Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda where we last left off. We did Cora's loyalty mission, which was, in my opinion, much better than Liam's, because then she didn't fuck up as much. She actually did her job and was actually pretty good at it. And she actually taught someone things. So, you know, pretty good. We also had to deal with the Pathfinder for the Asari. We revealed that she lied to everyone, but she is the most experienced for the role, and she didn't outright kill anyone. The only thing that she did was wrong was lying about, or not actually telling anyone, so I guess not really lying, more like a lie of omission, but I guess that's still lying. But yeah, so we sorted that out. Now we're going to go talk to Cora and then check out the Apex missions.
Back again?
Nope.
See you later.
But we found the Asari art, which is good. Vetra, what you doing here?
I always have time for you. You know where to find me.
Of course. Alright, AVP strike mission. You're all finished? You're finished. Awaiting debrief. Nice work. 5%. Mission funds. That has 56 minutes left, so I guess we'll do something that's shorter. Time required 3, time required 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours. I guess we'll do this one, because this one has an expiration. Go do it, my friend. Wait, 3 hours? Okay. Alright, for now, we're gonna go head off and check out the email, any emails if we got any. Thank you to Cora from Ryder, or to Ryder from Cora. Thank you. Still sorting through everything, but it's easier since we talked. No idea what the other Asari will make of Sarissa now. Will they trust her judgment on what planets to settle? Will follow against the Ket? Remains to be seen, I guess. Meantime, let's hit some bad guys, shall we? Lieutenant Hidaria. Hey Ryder, remember me, Hidaria? We talked at the night's outpost of yours while I was taking care of evacuees from our Ark. Not anymore, though. We're heading home. With the Luciania back at the Nexus. They've got more people and the shuttles to get us back there. They're saying none of it would have happened without you. I believe them. Thank you for everything. No problem. Probably have to check that out when we can. I'm walking into the side. Let's check that out actually, which would be in the Codex, which we actually already checked. Sure, let's check these out. The Moshai's rescue. You shaved Moshai Zephyr, but angered her by refusing to destroy the Ket exaltation facility. Jarl approved of your decision, hoping the Resistance can one day rescue the innocent Angara still trapped inside. Trial by fire on Habitat 7, blah 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 blah. Trade on Kadara Port. You made deal with Sloan Kelly to get information you needed from Ven Terev before his public execution on Kadara Port. You secured the trust of the Angara by proving yourself an ally on both Vold and Haval. You proved yourself an ally to the Angara by supporting their research efforts on Haval. You proved yourself an ally to the Angara by aiding their fight against the Ket on Vold. Pause and read this. I'm gonna go through it. Cora become close after the events on Ark Lucinia. You convinced the Asari it was right to let Sarissa remain as their Pathfinder, but only after Cora made it public that Sarissa sacrificed the original Pathfinder in battle with the Ket. This clearly has been painful for Cora. It's better than lying. Tensions between Kala and Gil have come to a head. Despite the differences, Kala reached out to Gil in the end, and two appear to have reached a truce. Some fight risk, but you generally agree, and Liam thinks rescuing the contact Varen went a long way to making Pathfinder mean something for everyone in Helios, not just the Initiative. And his role as well. He's planning something, but his holding off until the Angara can be a part of it too. Assisting Jal may address that. Well, you don't always see eye to eye. What? I've always talked to her and been nice. You both share a mutual respect of each other's abilities and an excitement of the unknown. Become closer and amended a casual sex to your relationship. Nice. Trying to hear that Sid and Vetra's father managed she has raised her life has been sent. She refuses to accept the outcome. Bonded outside of work and are developing a friendship. You opted not to use Sam's help in the poker game and Jill thrashed you effortlessly. Forging a close bond, he's confiding in you and exploring major life issues. I like this. This is like giving me more information about the characters and it gets more info as you go along. I like this. This is a good part. Tempest resident science officer, she works closely with the research team. While chatting to you, revealed herself to be a spiritual person. You entered into an ongoing, invigorating discussion about faith, your position while staying firm on her own. You and Suvi also spent some time talking about your respective families. Suvi's parents were both academics and inspired her to begin a journey in science. Your relationship with Giles has evolved into something relaxed and friendly, but you have plenty more to teach each other. Alright, Ryder. The files from the Tempest edition and psychologist Dr. Lee. Ryder, I've completed more thorough evaluation for now, and this is what I'm delivering to HQ. I'll send you your updates later if applicable. You exhibit heart and empathy in many situations. Also, the passion that you bring to your role as Pathfinder does not go unnoticed by those who work alongside you. In fact, it may be a key component in drawing others to you. However, I would say that this is completely in line with your tendency to act impulsively in many situations, Lee, to go with your gut rather than pause and wait for information. Perhaps I should note that you are more impulsive in the field than you are with your affection. Whatever that means, we can keep that between us. I would add, you are quick to use warmth and humour in many situations. Your casual and open nature is welcomed by much of the team. I would note, however, that your tendency towards sarcasm has been mentioned to me by Initiative Hierarchy, and Director Tan in particular. This shouldn't be seen as a problem, but rather as an indication of a unique take on survival and success. Right? Still mourn the loss of your father, Alec. You sorted and searched for answers to the mystery about why your father made you Pathfinder. You visited your brother Scott while he was in a coma. You were honest with your brother and told him Dad was killed on Habitat 7. You were honest with Scott about the struggles you faced in finding a home. Cool. You helped Reyes Vidal, aka the Charlatan, eliminate Sloan Kelly. He now runs things on the planet through his Angaran proxies. You refused to destroy the ancient Angaran AI involved, but gave it an acceptable new home with Sam aboard the Nexus. I don't know... Is it this one? Arcpachero. Oh, there it is. Is it Andromeda Initiative's designated visual translating Solarian colonists accommodate 20,000 passengers? Was plagued by early delays and disagreements between Singi crew and its initiative design team. Constantly pushing the boundaries of technology was often at odds with the realities of budgets and time constraints. At one time it was calculated that every vital and necessary improvement suggested by the Solarian contingent was incorporated into the Pacharo's design. Its launch would have been delayed until 2204 at the soonest. After considerable negotiation and debate, a compromise was reached and Arcpachero departed in the Milky Way in 2185 in the initial wave of settlers under the command of Lument Hager. Rough terrain. Exchanges heavy armaments for superior agility. 3 4-wheel drive, 6-wheel drive. Okay. Survey ship built by Andromeda Initiative. The Ark's Odyssey drive that allows long-term operation. Right. Ark Lucinia. Constructed in orbit around Pieris, around the Asari homeworld, Parnitha. Is named after a kingdom of wealth and learning in Asari mythology. She's built to specification as her sister Ark Hyperion, with internal modifications to accommodate Asari's social preferences, and captained by Elenis Atandra. Was initially rejected as human-driven boondoggle by many Asarian visitors. Was officially blessed by Atmana Poletia or something, but left Milky Way as part of the initial departure wave in 2185. After reaching Andromeda when encountering the Ket, Ark Lucinia came under attack by a group of specialized Ket hunters known as the Decimation. Stolen Ket navigation data allowed the Ark to flee through the Scourge while evacuating as many civilians as possible, but constant hurrying eventually forced the Ark to go into hiding until rescue arrived. After being escorted to safety, Lucinia is now docked at the Nexus to upload the remaining colonists from stasis and undergo extensive repairs. Nice. Alright. That's all I wanted to know. Let's get out of here.
Within parking orbit.
Sensors currently show heavy damage to many decks, mineral power, and few life signs. Alright, is that Ark Lucinia going to go away at any point? Task, the Angaran Initiative Aya. Well, I need to head there, but I also want to check out Valon. Ho ho ho! I don't know why I'm doing it with a weird accent! Boom.
Looks like we're coming up on a blue giant.
From Aya, it's often the brightest star, the first to rise.
That's it, there's no anomalies. Okay, Ramrondi.
I'm picking up something.
Like Ramadesa was thrown out of orbit by the Scourge, its enormous mass may have pulled in dust and debris to form rings only recently.
Deploying probe. Tracking a huge mineral deposit.
It looks like a tooth. Iron. See, 107 iron! That makes sense! More sense than 50. And its neighbour were both thrown out of orbit by Scourge. Even before this, however, Majorshepard was likely to a molten sphere of iron and copper. Ajoda. It's a rock metal surrounded by a crushing atmosphere. By all logic, it should be molten, but the Scourge has somehow kept it cool despite its proximity to Valon's blue sun giant sun. Pass 78. Looks like another gas giant. It's a large gas giant ideal for helium-3 mining. Only the dense Scourge activity in the system makes it less than a perfect refueling point. Pass 70. Appears to be a Chthonian planet, a former gas giant stripped of its atmosphere down to its metallic core. It is extremely likely this process was accelerated by the Scourge. And now we're at 100%. Yay! Now I can get out of here. Head back to Aya, because we've got to hand in some stuff. And check out the initiative place there. Hopefully it'll be alright. Skip. Got history, safe journeys, Jal Amar Darav, friend or foe, and then the Indigar initiative. Land, baby! It's weird that you can hear people when you're in space. We've got a few things on the map. We got a thing over here too. What's up, Marixus?
Honor to meet you, Pathfinder. Initiative Pilot Marixus. I run supplies to your outposts.
What brings you to Aya?
Your survival supplies only Aya has. I'm waiting on clearance to enter the city, but it's taking too long.
Oh.
I understand their caution, but the outposts need these supplies. I have to get them, now.
They let me into the city. I can help.
I appreciate that. To start, EOS needs a way to produce food to support population growth. They've requested Kiloa seeds to begin their own crops. There's an agricultural scientist who might sell some.
I'll make sure to get those seeds.
Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
Alright. Keola seeds and a thing. I'm going this way because there's a guy over here that's with a quest.
Slow day today, looks like.
Your crew has been cooperative. I appreciate that.
Reports continue hostile activity by scavengers and raiders throughout the Aladdin system sector. All spacecraft are advised to avoid travelling through established routes, as these seem to be well known to the attackers. Port captains dictate safe points for boats. Excursion additional precaution. Do not share your travel itinerary or nav point route with anyone who doesn't need to know.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers, Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
Nah.
Criminals were my people. Exiles. They ripped your satellites into scrap. I brought what's left.
The initiative is supposed to explore, not steal and kill. Why would your people steal something that protects us all? Murder those who are only trying to help.
Sometimes desperate people do bad things to survive. They won't hurt anyone else.
That's no comfort for what we lost. Maybe the others are right. What if you are no better than the Ket?
These scavengers abandoned the initiative, just like your deserters left you.
And we hate them too. Keep what your people stole and go. I can't talk to you anymore.
Well then.
Sorry to hear things went south with that
shouldn't blame
Angaran
you,
astronomer
it's just-
rider. Found a silver lining though. The scrap satellites are gonna come in extra handy.
Not as handy as what we could have had, but I'll take it.
Oh well. I'm not gonna lie to the guy. Ket on raid on jar. What? Nutrient based processing breakthrough. She has released the following statement. Okay. Elgar and Jace families joined. Announced they are joining. The union has occurred because of marriage between sons from each family. Expressed great happiness at this joining, starting blah blah blah. Nexus delivers gifts to Aya. Omni-tool devices used by Pathfinder, which we have been encouraged to develop for our own use. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I mean, the guy kind of overreacted. It's like, oh, initiative is supposed to be good. Well, they're not the initiative. They were exiled and they did bad things to survive. Your own people do that. It's like, well, I still can't talk to you anymore because your whole race is evil. What? You're an idiot. And he said asshole, but I mean, I guess that could be the thing. Let's go around this way first.
Weird question. You don't have any Kiloa seeds, do you?
Yes, I do. Need some?
Yes, I do. Ooh, that looks like a pretty plan. And now you're paying me to get your item. Thank you. Need to go up here to go meet the Andromeda Initiative Embassy.
Nexus Ambassador Reala appears to be settling nicely into her office.
Oh.
Ambassador, I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. 10 out.
I've never lied to a director before.
Tuh.
Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya.
Yo.
I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I know what it's like, jumping out of the cryopod and into the fire.
You've had it far worse. My condolences on your loss. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
I'm not going to like this, am I?
No more than I do. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator.
Okay.
I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
What's our end goal for Aya?
A strong alliance is all we can ask for. It's what we're working toward. Helios is the Angara's home. They dictate the terms of this partnership, not us. We need them as allies, and they could benefit from us. But we have to tread lightly.
Show them we're not invaders.
Historically, when two civilizations meet, one consumes or destroys the other. We need to break that cycle.
I mean, that hasn't happened. I mean, literally, in the Milky Way, in Mass Effect I'm talking about, that hasn't happened. You still got Turians, Solarians, Sari, they're all ruling together, and they all came all together, and you're like, you're just saying, oh, we need to break the cycle. Even though it hasn't happened for thousands of years, we're going to break the cycle. It's already been broken.
Aside from Sorvis Len, is everything okay? Need anything else?
Actually, yes. Director Tan gave me a project. He wants more Aya natives to live on the Nexus. He thinks it will deepen our partnership. A few Angara expressed interest, but none of them will agree to live on the Nexus without speaking to you first.
Why me?
After what you've accomplished? I didn't want to bother you, but you asked. I'll point you towards the candidates. If you could convince them to transfer, I'd be grateful.
Okay.
How many of our people have they let into the city?
A strictly limited number, and only certain professions. Scientists, engineers, and scholars. The Angara have agreed to allow some of our people to work in Aya's research facilities.
That's huge.
It's more than I expected. Tan wants me to push for social visits, but I'm holding my ground. We need to move at their pace. They've been extraordinarily gracious, all things considered. I'll take whatever they're willing to give.
Sounds pretty good so far.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Okay. Speak to Sorvis Len. Reynolds.
The ambassador's messages are overflowing again. The ambassador's messages are overflowing again.
Is that all you're going to say? No, you'd be a bit more interesting than that. Let's go talk to the leader woman. I can't remember her name. I flirted with her. That's about it. She, that's it.
Enro tells me you've participated in our little citizens' forum near the market. Take care with that group's leader. She competed with me for this office. Defeat made her bitter. What can I do for you?
Why didn't you tell me about Kadara Port when I first arrived?
I assumed you already knew. We didn't realize there was a difference between your exiles and the Initiative.
Fair enough.
As for Venturev, Evra hid his betrayal from everyone. He'll answer for that.
Thanks for your time.
I mean, he's already dead.
Ishare, Pathfinder.
Oh, oh. Hello. Proposed amendment to statute, blah, blah. Recent creation of alien embassy and permission for non-Angaran to enter Aya City have created numerous potential conflicts of our governing laws. One particular area of concern is in the resolution of such disputes. These aliens are not citizens of Aya and therefore do not possess any legal rights or responsibilities. More importantly, we cannot enforce punitive measures on them for violating our laws. It is impractical to grant all of these individuals diplomatic immunity. Sooner or later, these legal murkiness will become a significant problem. Now, I prefer we clarify our position now. Please review my attached document. It's slightly under 300 pages, not as thorough as I'd like, but I believe it represents a good start. I look forward to hearing your thoughts. Arbiter Omdar. I mean, it makes sense. Looks like there's one over here.
Hey, Alexis. I tracked down some.
Hello.
You're one of Ambassador Riala's candidates to live on the Nexus.
I am. Glad you finally showed up. Let's get down to it. I've lived my whole life wanting to meet aliens who didn't want me dead. But my family's here. How can I stay in touch with them from the Nexus?
Use technology? That's up to you.
You can send messages, talk to them on the comm. We'll even arrange a visit.
You get it. All right. I'm in.
Well, that was easy. I mean, it literally says in their portfolio they care about, you know, family and stuff, so it's like, why would you try and limit that? That's literally saying, why don't you die to them? Vold Victory Drive, I think. Yeah, it's an old one.
Welcome back.
Nothing.
That's all.
Can you believe this place? Here's your golden world.
Unfortunately, already occupied.
Well, yeah, but it's here. Shows it's possible. That's something. There's just so much to see.
Drac?
These Angara are stronger than they look.
Getting into trouble, Drac? Do I need to keep you on the ship?
Not what I meant. Just thinking it can't be easy to be Angara under the Ket's boot. Old Krogan like me can relate.
I can see that. Alright, so we got someone over there. This is going to take us all the way around, so we're going to go this way. Sorbus Len. Hello. I'm going to save, because I get the feeling this is going to do some crazy stuff.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
He's off. I'm here to help. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course.
Oh, okay.
I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
Do you know what he meant by that?
He ranted nonsense about a vessel and selling slots to outsiders. He got right up in my face and compared me to a ket. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but dial it down. We're guests here.
Exactly. We shouldn't have to put up with this. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters, see if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
I can dunk you in that fountain if you don't treat me right. Because I'm just gonna say, scanning Angaras, when they're kind of touchy about anything, might be a bit of a wrong thing to do, but I'll see.
Pathfinder,
Ambassador Riala didn't think you'd have time for me.
She said you needed to talk before agreeing to live on the Nexus.
This is the opportunity of a lifetime. I'm an anthropologist, but I've only ever studied my own people. I've heard the Nexus is home to multiple species and cultures. It will be fascinating, and possibly dangerous.
Possibly.
Bacteria, viruses, other contaminants. My family worries about me. Are you sure I'll be safe?
You bet. There are no guarantees. I'll go with you bet.
They wouldn't let me on Aya if I was a walking petri dish, would they?
You aren't taking this seriously enough to satisfy my family. I can't go without their blessing. I'm sorry.
Really? Really? You're going to be picky about that? Alright then. We're going to stop here. In the next episode, I'm going to reload and try that again, and then I'll shove it in her face. Oh yeah, we can't reach up. So, until then, bye.